So let's think what we can do to make a difference. In order to come up with our own answer, we should learn from others. So today, I invited a wonderful guest speaker to talk to us. His company is managing the business scale of 80 trillion yen, or $800 billion. It's the most innovative company and the largest digital platform in the world, Alibaba Group. Their CEO, Daniel Chan, kindly accepted to talk to us. So Daniel made a special trip to Japan just to be with us today. Let's welcome Daniel Chan, CEO of Alibaba Group. Daniel, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, Daniel's presentation is broadcasting to all offices in China. Okay. So, can I ask you to start your presentation? Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm very pleased to be here and to share with you some of Alibaba stories and how we continue to make innovation in the fast-changing world. So, when we talk about Alibaba and talk about what we did before, and let's start with our mission. And because when we set up 20 years ago, in 1999, we start with a great vision, which was set forth by our chairman, our founder, Jack Ma, and 18 founders together, which is make it easy to do business anywhere. So we always believe that a great mission will lead the company into a right journey, and not only for now, but also for future. Make us always think about what happened in future and how can we do to follow our mission to create the value for the whole society, not only now and also about the future. So our mission, make it easy to do business anywhere, was set up 20 years ago, but never changed. And today, and in the recent years, when I took over my CEO role in Alibaba, I add very important context because of the time change. I think many people can understand why we need to add this in the digital era. Yes, today everybody is in a digital era. Every business in the digital era. So what we want to do is that to think about how can we to help our business partners to do an easy business, to do an efficient business, do a different business in a digital era with what we build in Alibaba platform. So before we elaborate our mission further and our business, so let's start with some big landscape. This is the big picture of China. You can see the internet population grow very rapidly during the past 10 years. Now is about 772 million internet population. But a very interesting number is 98% of them is on mobile. So today in China is all about a mobile internet era. Everybody living on mobile, not only about millennials, but also all the people with different age, they are living on mobile. But China is so big and in terms of population. So even with this high, 772 million internet population, we still only have like a 55% of the internet penetration, which means we have nearly another half of population to go, which shows a great potential in the future. So that's the country, that's the market where we are. And this is the journey Alibaba experienced in the last 20 years. When we set up in 1999, our first business is very simple. We built a website called Alibaba.com. With this website, we try to help the Chinese exporters, most of them are SMEs, to find the leads information all around the world via this website, which means buyers all over the world, they can come to this site and try to find the leads. And all the exporters, the Chinese SMEs, they just upload their products with photographs. So this business just leverage a very simple strength of internet, which is the transparency, to make the world transparent to both buyers and the sellers. But what I want to share today is that we, in the last 20 years, we never stopped thinking about new business. Yes, our first business at that time was very powerful. Because China is famous for exporting. China is famous for manufacturing. China is famous for SMEs. There are tens of millions of SMEs there. So the business went very well. But after several years, we decided to start a new one, which today is a very famous, very strong platform, well known all over the world, which is Taobao, and next few years, the Tmall, the retail platforms. But why at that time we decided to move to the new area, the retail, instead of wholesale? Actually, in the wholesale world, we were in a good condition, and we are very okay. But why we move there? Because we view a very important trend, which is the internet is growing. The internet population is growing. We believe that in the future, all the people will have more interaction with internet. So we believe that online shopping might be a future trend. Then at the time, eBay already in China. And they started to do a good job, and very quickly they dominated the market. So we decided to go to this new area. But to be honest, at that time, we had a lot of debate in-house. Because many people say, why we need to change ourselves? We are in a good condition. eBay is so powerful, and they dominate 90% of market share. What's the chance? But we made the right decision because we think that, yes, at that time, they dominated the market. But when we look at the pie of the 90%, the whole pie is very tiny. We strongly believe that the pie will grow rapidly and become a hundreds of times of big pie. So we think that's the opportunity. Let's try this. So that's the starting point of doing the retail business. And today, we not only in wholesale, not only in retail, and we move to another very important stage, which is the working at Alibaba. So when we talk about wholesale, it's more like we make people to meet at Alibaba. So when we talk about the retail, we say we help people to transact, to shop at Alibaba. Now, actually, we are at the stage to help people to work and even living at Alibaba. So these are the business we created during the past 20 years. So you can see that we never stopped. For every year, we think about how to create a new business. After I took over the CEO role, I told my team, I said, if 5 years from now, we don't have another main business on top of existing ones, we must do something wrong. So that's why we have to start from now to think about the new business, new opportunity, new area. So let's take a look at some of the business metrics of Alibaba today. Yes, today we are running the world's largest retail platform. Last year, our market scale is about $768 billion US dollar. Why we can do such a big marketplace? Because we are not the seller. We always follow our mission to be an enabler, to enable our merchants, our business partners, our partners like Shiseido, to do their business easier on our digital platform. So the key thing why we can make such a big scale is all about our mission. Because our mission is not like to let us ourselves to do business easier. Instead, we want to help people to do business easier. And in terms of consumer base, you can see we share the rapid growth of the China internet population. Today, 666 million of the people, actually, they pay a monthly visit to our site. And 86% of them visit our mobile app. So we are pretty much a mobile commerce platform. And we have over 600 million people they buy at least once on our platform. But many people, if you, I understand today some of the teams are from China, and you understand that many friends, they come to our site and buy very, very frequently. And they spend tens of thousands of dollars, US dollar a year on our platform. And on top of this retail business, in recent years, as I said, we moved to the new areas like working at Alibaba and living at Alibaba. So our cloud business, today we are the market leader in China in terms of cloud business. Enjoy very rapid growth, nearly 100% growth year on year. And we also moved to the video business. We strongly believe that digital contents is the future, because with the development of the economy and with the improvement of the lifestyle of the individuals, people need more digital contents on top of the physical goods. So that's our major business metrics. So let's take a look at our one big business pictures. This is about Alibaba, and we are in many areas, but let me just use 3 minutes to share with you the logic behind this, the strategy behind this. Actually, it's very simple. We start with our physical goods wholesale, then retail, then in recent years, we moved to the local services, for example, like a food delivery and the movie ticketing business, travel business, so on and so forth. And on the other side, as I said, we moved to the digital contents. We believe that digital contents is the future. So we invest in the long-form videos, we invest in the mobile browsers, so on, so forth. By this way, we try to maximize the leverage of the 600 million user base. Because all these contents, all these categories, all these products are needed by the same group of people. This is all about people's lifestyle. But very important thing is that at the same time, we try to build the infrastructure. And with this strong growth of the retail platform, we get a chance to build our financial services platform. We get a chance to build this logistic platform. We get a chance to build this cloud platform and a marketing platform. So that's the one big picture of Alibaba. And if you ask me, what's the logic behind this? Actually, the logic is one word, which is data. Data is the core of Alibaba. We don't view each of these businesses as separate businesses. We view all of these businesses as the business cases to generate data. But the magic thing is that with the infrastructure we build, we try to use the data with our technology and refuel the value created from the data back to the ecosystem to enable our partners to do a better business on our platform. For example, today, like Shiseido, you have a flagship store, online store on Tmall, on Alibaba platform. But what we do for our partner, for you, is not like we help you to sell more goods. We help you to get more customers. We strongly believe that the storefront is your territory. You need to take the ownership. We, as a platform, we want to be a good facilitator. We want to be a good enabler. So that's why we invest a lot to build the technology. For example, today, people very easy to tailor-make the homepage of the storefront to give the different listings, different products, different image to the existing customers, to the new customers. Even can tailor-made and personalized based on the geography. Because China is so big, maybe the southern China today is still very warm, but the North China is very cold. So we have to give a lot of technology and tools to enable our partners to do a good job. So that's one example how we use the power of data and use the power of technology to enable our partners. So that's an ecosystem. Very important thing is that we share the same user base, and we also share the same technology. So that's the picture of our strategy, of our one big ecosystem. But in terms of the how to build each of these business, I want to emphasize one thing, which is think differently. So just try to give you another example, which is how we built our Taobao business, 16 years ago. As I said, at that time, eBay was very powerful, and they are a market leader. We don't have any idea of how to build a retail platform. So many people say, okay, if that's the case, let's copy eBay, copy what they do, and then follow them. But our belief is that if we just want to copy somebody, you will never take the lead. You need to think differently. You need to think what customer want in a market, because we are doing a retail platform. We have to understand customer first. We have to understand the consumer's lifestyle first. So at that time, people understand that eBay did this bidding model. People always go and bidding. And because of the bidding model, the platform don't encourage people, buyer and seller, to talk to each other. And we, Alibaba, when we start our Taobao, then we thought differently. We think in China, at that time, online shopping just beginning. It's very difficult to educate people to bidding. And the people, buyer and seller, they don't see each other. They don't know each other. How can we create trust between each other? So we do a few things. First, we create Alipay, which essentially is an escrow account. Via this escrow account, buyer and seller feel comfortable enough to trade with each other, even without know each other. And on top of that, for the first time in the world, we introduced a live chatting tool into the trading process. So we encouraged buyer and seller to talk to each other. And today, for all these merchants, all these partners on our platform, the chatting tool is not only a service tool, but also it can serve as an online BA role. If you look at the companies like you in the beauty area, now this is the online virtual BA who can interact with the customer remotely, and which can essentially improve the conversion rate of the sales. So that's what we do. So we just go to the other way. We don't want to follow someone else. We just do our own way. So that's how we think differently. And I think this is really, really important when people want to make innovation. Think differently. This is about our another innovation. Today is very big and well-known, November 11. But how we get started? We get started also because of we have to think differently. Because at that time, it's just beginning of Tmall. Even the name is not Tmall. The name was Taobao Mall. So I, together with the founding team of Tmall, and we had about 20 plus people at that time, 10 years ago. So I sit in my office together with my team. I said, okay, let's try to find some idea and make people remember us as a new business, as a very young business. How can we make people remember us? Let's try to do something. That's the original of this November 11. Then we discuss and we think, why not we have a big event? Then people will come and all the merchants will join, and then we create some voices, then people will remember us. So that's the beginning of this big event. But following this creative idea actually is another very important point in innovation, with a very strong execution is important. How to do it, how to follow a very creative idea, even crazy idea, but do it in a very solid way. So when we decided to do a big event, then we start a very solid execution, which is determining the timing. Timing is so important. So we did a lot of analysis, and we decided that Q4 is the best season. Because I think you all know that why is that? Because Q4 is the peak season of retail. And in China, Q4 also very busy and very important for retail. And then we think November maybe is the best month in Q4. Why is that? Because we realized that in the offline brick-and-mortar world, in Q4, there is two big days, 2 big seasons. First is China's national holiday, which is in October. Then in November, nothing. Then in December, Christmas season all over the world. So October and December, full, but November is empty. So, but the weather is changing very fast in November from autumn to winter. So people need to buy more stuff. So we decided, okay, November seems good, let's do it. Then the next question is timing, determine. Then, so how about the name of the event? Let's think about the name. So we try a lot of things, and we think try to find a holiday, find the name of holiday to start this November 11. Finally, we realized there is no famous Chinese holiday in November. So then I talked to the team. I said, okay, let's try some Western, try to find a Western festival. Then people came back to me and let me know for the first time, so there is a festival called Singles Day. Then I said, if we don't have any more choices, let's do it on Singles Day. And I even do a great idea for our marketing team. I said, our slogan will be very simple. If you feel lonely, if you're still single, come to us, do some shopping. That's our slogan. So that's the whole idea, how we create this day. And after 10 years, this day is not only a day, an event for a website. It's a day for the whole shopping world, not only in China, but also in the whole world. You can see the number here. And the last November, the 10th Singles Day, November 11, our volume, our sales hit a new record high, which is $30.8 billion for single day, for one day. And all the brands and all the consumers joined this. And what's this number represent? I think if you look at the number of parcels, people will get more senses. It's one day created over 1 billion parcels. And 190 million people buy. And if people look at this number compared to the volume, you can see China still has a huge potential. Because today, in terms of buyers, in terms of purchasers on that day, I think still huge potential in the future. So that's the other very good example about innovation. So today, we are working in a very new task, a new mission, which is make it easy to do business anywhere in the digital era. So how to achieve that? Then we have this picture for the time being. We try to use the infrastructure, use the marketplaces, use the business technologies we build up as an operating system, but as a business operating system to enable our partner to achieve a big success in the digital transformation. Why we emphasize the digital transformation is because today, more and more partners, more and more people realize that internet is not only a website, a channel for sales. Data and the data technology, together with today's internet, future's internet, create a lot of possibilities to help people to do business in a totally different way. So today, with the insight of the 600 million consumers, we can do a lot to help our partners transform the entire business. Not only about sales, but starting from the supply. We can help people to change the way of doing product design, product innovation, and to change the way even in the manufacturing. Of course, we can help people to change the way of marketing. And today, I think this topic is even more relevant to companies like Shiseido. And I always talk to my team. I said, today, you see, more and more companies realize that marketing and the sales in the digital era are well connected. Because before, maybe for a lot of companies, marketing is marketing, right? Try to create a good story, a good vision for the consumers. But the sales guy and talk a lot about the sales results, and they have to deliver the results. But today, how can we make the marketing more relevant to the real sales at the end of the day? How can we evaluate the effectiveness of the marketing using the digital way and to manage the end-to-end life cycle of consumers, not just for immediate sales, but also for the in-time life cycle? I think we have a lot to do together. And also today, when we look at the behavior of Generation Z, all of us agree that the lifestyle totally changed. And when we talk about the media in the marketing side, I think today all of us realize that young people, they spend less and less time on TV. They spend less and less time on so-called traditional media. So how can we do differently in even a very classic function, marketing, branding? I think we do need to think differently and do it differently. I think innovation, creativity is not only about creating new things, but also is about to change the way we're doing our existing business. Maybe we do it for tens of years, even hundreds of years. But now, because of the data technology, because of the internet, which gives us the possibility to change the way we used to do our business. So we always have to think about not only new things, but also the things we do every day. Can we do it differently? So today, with this Alibaba business operating system, we try to navigate a new area, which is the offline. You see, China's internet population grows very rapidly. China e-commerce, we call it even traditional e-commerce. This is the commerce online, grow very rapidly. But if you compare to the total consumption in China, still less than 20%. So the total consumption in China today, the pie is about 5.3 trillion US dollar a year. So online only contribute 1 trillion. A long way to go. But the key thing is that because of the internet population, everybody today is an internet user. Everybody today is living on internet. So we cannot separate two worlds, online and offline. Instead, we have to think about how can we create an integrated operation for both online and offline. How can we leverage the power of data and data technology to make the offline operation, make the brick-and-mortar operation to be a digital operation. So that's the thing we are doing today, and we are very active working with the market leaders in different categories to create this online and offline seamless experience in somebody called this omni-channel. But I don't think this is just an omni-channel, but I think this is an online-offline integrated operation to make the whole company, make the whole operation to be a digital operation. So that's what we are doing today. Okay, next, let me just spend a few minutes on globalization. Today, when I stepped in this summit, I say, oh, it's a good timing for all the people in the big family get together. I think in this regard, Alibaba is still very young, and we have a lot to learn from you and how to do a real global business. But we already started. And today, if you look at what we do in our global business, we do in several areas. First, we still focus on China because China has two advantages. First is we have the largest consumer market in the world. Every business in the world today want to come to China. And we can offer a very efficient platform to help them not only touch the people in the urban cities, but also to the less developed areas. Remember, over 700 million people, half of the Chinese population, living in rural areas. So that's the area we can help people to get access using the efficient way. So work to China is the first important thing. The second is about go to the world. So here we share with you the three main business we have to help people to go to the world. And we made a very important investment in Southeast Asia, and I hope to work with your Southeast Asia team and to create more business together, and in Lazada, and which covers 6 countries in Southeast Asia. And recently, we also have a very interesting acquisition in Southern Asia, which cover 5 countries, including Pakistan and Bangladesh and others. And we even have a very important move in Turkey. And now we have an operation in Turkey. People may ask, why is that? Because Turkey is the important manufacturing base for apparel for Europe. So we make some, we are still in the early stage, but we are moving forward. And the next one, as I said, is World to China, because we have the China consumer market, and we can help people to come to China using a very efficient way. And with, before people want to open 10,000 stores, you can try first online. But actually, even you have 10,000 stores in China, you still have very limited coverage. So how to do it differently? I think internet offers a new opportunity. And the very important thing is that when we do this, we not only think about online, but also we think about offline. So with this joint procurement platform, we try to help our business partners go to online and brick models at the same time. And all the brick models we help to access is a digitalized brick models. So that's what we believe. We believe in the future, no difference between online and offline. There is only one world, which is the digital world. That's the world where we live, where we work. That's the world our consumers enjoy their lifestyle. Our Generation Z enjoy their new lifestyle. So we want to make this happen. So before I conclude my sharing, I want to thank you for Otani-san to offer me this opportunity to share with you Alibaba's story. But this never ends. And when I talk today, our team is still working hard to think about new things. Some ideas are from bottom up. Our engineers, our young staff, every day they create new ideas. But some ideas are from top. As I always said, I think if we want an organization to be innovative, don't always ask our young people. Yes, young people is energetic. Young people have a lot of ideas. But let's start with the leadership team first. If we cannot innovate, if we cannot think from the top, we cannot make the whole organization to be innovative. So today, I'm very happy to be here to listen to your mission, listen to your achievement, and also share our mission with you. And I think the world is fast changing, and we have a lot of opportunities and in the digital world, and let's work together to make a lot more things to happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you.